Closing is always easy when you're in Cardone U. We role play with Grant Cardone's team. They know just what to do. They're always there to support us. We couldn't ask for more. On our way in the right direction, we found what we're looking for. In FLC, in FLC. Closing is better with appointment setters. You'd better believe we're not a team but a family. We work together in harmony. We are devoted, on that you can quote me, in FLC.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the FLC Hangout where your freedom lifestyle begins. I am so super excited for who we have on today. We have the one, the only, our branding expert, our alien, Shushmita. Thank you so much for being here.
Happy birthday, FLC Hangout, Misty, Josie, my favorite client, and I am your huge fan. And this is my calendar red mark is that I am here on your birthday.
Yes, thank you so much. I honestly, so today is a very special day. It is the 1 year anniversary of when we launched on YouTube, which is crazy that it's been 1 year. And I feel like there's no better person to have on to help celebrate us than Shushmita, because you really, this all couldn't have happened without a big part of your help. So thank you so much. Everything you guys see, this banner behind us, the photos we post on like Instagram, Facebook, our logos, like everything is this woman's work. So thank you so much. And I really have to give it up to you. You give us so much credit all the time. You are so amazing. Like your energy, you bring so much to the team, and your ability to take people's ideas and what they envision for their brand and make it real like this is so cool. So thank you so much. I'm so excited to have you here. We have a special birthday background today, also done by Shushmita. Yeah, I want to get straight into it. I am so super excited to have you here. This is going to be a great episode. Stay tuned, grab your pens, grab your paper, and without further ado, before we get into that, make sure you're following us all on Instagram. They are on the screens now. Go follow us and then watch this video. Misty, over to you.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Shushmita's here. It's our 1 year anniversary, our birthday. So awesome. This is so incredible. We've had so much fun, met so many new people, talked about so many things, and learned so much. Do you guys remember when we met? I mean, how long have we met? I mean, how long have we known each other? Because like it's been a while. Do you guys remember how long it was? Do you remember, Shushmita?
Misty, 3 years, I believe.
Yes.
Josie, a few months later, not an entire year, I think.
Yeah.
And back then, the journey was different. I was in closing, and the program was different.
Oh my God, yeah.
The program was different, the company structure was different, and then Misty joined as a student, and yeah, how she moved into the core team because of her amazing personality and radiating energy. And then Josie also joined as a student and then moved to core fam with radiating, vibrating energy. I am an alien. I am from a different planet. So then I just tried to understand human by closing. You guys can tell how that's going. And here we are. It seems like yesterday. I can still remember the message. Like Misty joined FLC. Misty's. I just heard the name that she's one of our in the challenge. I just remember. And here is Misty today, the podcast host. I would say we have seen a lot of students in FLC who have made massive impact in their own lives and others' lives. And some of them, very lucky, with special luck, have moved into our core team because that's our journey. I cannot think of no other people more suited to be here and with you. Every day is a celebration. I also want to add one thing, that right now I am totally on the fulfillment end and branding end. And thankfully, our company has expanded so very much since the beginning. But whoever I am today, and however I am conveying my message today, if somehow it is making any impact on you, the listener, the watcher, the follower, know that it is because these two ladies and the other members, Kibaria, Pierre, Seb, Mel, Akshiti, everyone, I just watch them and get better. I don't even practice like they do because they are the monsters. It's just being with them every day for a bit and watching them practice has made me better. So if you want to make such effortless impact and grow effortlessly, join these two ladies and follow every monster in this company. You will get better without even trying. I can promise you.
Mm,
You
oof.
know, sometimes I forget that I was a student before I became part of the core family. Because I told Shivaria, first time I talked to her, well, first of all, I stalked her. I stalked her. It was like I was everywhere. If I saw that she was on something, within seconds I was there. So it's like all she had to do is push a button to live or record. I was there. And I was commenting on everything. It's like I even got banned from commenting a few times because I exceeded my limit. They're like, you're spamming, you have to chill out. So I've done that. So I stalked Jabari and she had no choice. But I told her at one point, I said, I know for a fact that at some point I will work with you and I will meet everybody. I will meet you, Miss Kaina, Master Shri Krishna. I will meet everybody. I said, I don't know when. I don't know. It may not be on the same event, but I will meet everybody. She was, you really think so? I was like, yeah. So then I here with you guys.
That's so
And
cool.
I think that you shouldn't underestimate how much you contribute to the entire team and everybody in FLC. What you do, we do something difficult, but sometimes what you do can be even more difficult because you're taking the vision of the client and bringing it to reality. And sometimes that can be really hard because we can't always see into their brain and get exactly what they're wanting. But you do it, and then you're like, I don't know if you're just a mind reader or what. Like you can see it on projection or whatever, but you do such an incredible job. And then you're so good. You when we hear you talk on the team meetings about how you don't know how to talk to people and you don't know how to, say certain things, you are so much better and so much stronger than what you think. It's like we learn from you just as much as you learn from us. And I don't want you to underestimate yourself because you are absolutely phenomenal. And we are definitely your fan. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I
So
agree.
here we are celebrating being each other's fan. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're your number one fan as well. And I actually wanted to touch on that in the intro as well, that like Shushmi and anyone watching or listening or however or you can either watch or listen to this, you can't do anything else. Unless you're watching without listening, I don't know.
yeah.
For anyone watching and or listening, Dushmita is so well rounded, so well versed in like everything. And again, she doesn't give herself enough credit, so I'm going to do it for her. You've done sales, you've done marketing, you've done fulfillment, you've done branding. You're literally everywhere. And what I really notice about you, and I think everyone can learn from this, is I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit, but you're also not never really satisfied, which is kind of it can be a good thing because it means you're always getting better. Like Shushmita's always looking for ways to make herself better, even if the client says your call was perfect. She's like, great, how can I get it perfect and better? So I think that's something that everyone can learn from, and definitely, there's lots to learn from this woman right here. So thank you again so much for being here. Make sure you're following her again everywhere. So yeah, and
Hey,
also,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
wait till you're done.
I was just gonna say, what Misty said reminded me about something. Recently, I know a couple of us have, but I've definitely got quite a few messages of people wanting to join the team, and it really is like, I don't blame you. It's a great team and it's a great way to do what you love and monetize that. Um, and I want to say that if you are a student right now and you're watching this and you're watching the team and you're wanting to join, it's possible, but you have to get yourself out there. You can't be one of those, because I've noticed it, you can't be one of those people that join the calls with their camera off. Misty like stalked Chabaria. When I was a student, I was like, these people will know who I am. I was raising my hand every class. I was messaging Seb. I was messaging Chabaria, like, hey, like, loved the class. Thank you so much. And that's what they noticed. So, little tip, if you are one of those people, because I know there are a few wanting to join the team, make yourself known. Trust me. Go ahead, Misty.
Omnipresent. No, I was gonna say, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Ah!
It had something to do with Shushmita and the branding. Oh, that's what I was going to say, is if you guys want branding and to know anything about that, I personally, Shushmita, think you should do a course on branding for a branch of the company.
Look at this.
Yeah, I think you should do something like that. But if you guys want anything that you need, like you guys need branding or anything, hit up Shushmita. Look for her on her Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Talk to her, ask her questions. She even has her own company besides what she does with FLC, so she's absolutely phenomenal. And you guys should check out her artwork as well because, oh my God, she's mind-blowing. So please go follow her, check her out, ask her questions. You know, she's the person you want to be in contact with. She's perfect.
I agree. And I wanted to ask you Shashmita, as well, because you're very arty. You're so good at art and visions and creativeness. Like what does branding mean to you? Or how are you? Because for me, I can't comprehend how you do all this. So like, yeah, what does branding mean to you? Why did you get into it? What is it that you enjoy? Speak to us.
For me, I perceive the brand as a person, even if it's a company. There is always a core energy, core vibe, and core personality structure to a brand. So, how I envision, how I collect the information, encode, and how I decode through my design is I perceive them as a person, which you may relate as an audience. Like if I say Pepsi, you don't think about a company, you associate Pepsi with some visuals and a taste because that's a beverage. And then you feel either good because it gives you energy, you feel hyped up, or you feel, uh, however you encode the message, like that's not quite, not the healthiest option for me. So you will say, no, that is your reception. But the personality of Pepsi is always red and blue and fizzy and like mouthful. You recognize a taste and a smell and a sense. So it goes for every brand, Nike, Gucci, whatever brand we are talking about, let's say FLC. So the structure of FLC is empowerment, beginning with an empowered woman, and then her family, a very supportive family, a very tight-knit structure, Chibaria handpicking the members from the students, and students making the decision that I will not pursue anything else than FLC. I will just be a part of this core team, and everything else comes. This is a giant leap of risk as well. If you don't know what it is, and I don't know how much I can make, and I don't know how I'm going to keep up, that's a risk you take. But when your purpose is very clear, you happily take that risk. Like, I want to do this. Don't care. We will figure out. Every brand has a sudden personality. And when you encode this through visuals, it can be also audible. Like when you write a message, for you, it is where your freedom lifestyle begins. So this podcast we see every Sunday, and you have been going on even before last year. On you were active for I think one more year ago. So this message is, if you keep up going, today can be the beginning of the rest of your life. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life. But the story you decide. What is the title of your story? You can begin today. And if you pick up all the signature attributes and put them into visual like a human being, the logo is the face. Like how many times it happened? Like you saw someone from behind, you thought it was a friend or a relative, someone you know. And when you talk to them or when you see front, you say, oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was a different person. That's because those attributes, those symbols and signs are so engraved in your head that anything similar, you think of that person. So the logo works like a face. Even if you don't see anything similar, reminds you of the whole person. And then comes the colors and the styles. That is like how you dress up. Josie, you are playful, and Misty is also playful. I am super playful. So that's when you play with colors, that's playful, sometimes minimalistic, like very professional. I just like very minimum, but I very much love and I'm attached. That's minimalistic style. So how you want this person to dress up, that's the visuals. And then how you want that person to talk. Someone like I talk in a certain way, Misty talks in sweetheart way, and Josie talks in, it feels like a motivational speaker is talking, yet so calm and quiet. Like she seems, Josie, you seem so mature. It's unbelievable. So how you want your brand to sound, then you put your brand slogan. Like this is where your freedom lifestyle begins. Freedom lifestyle creators. Freedom is a lifestyle. For me, my brand is 50 Shades of Creative, and my brand slogan is Primping Brand Presence because I once threatened like my mouth to play with Primping Brand Presence. That's how like we play around. One thing is there are so many colors, so many options, and now we can browse so many designs where what I define the brand as is your very core personality. That is your very honest personality, not something you like. Like, yes, sometimes I want to go full on red and don't make my hair like a very crazy person. Yes, I want that sometimes. But that is not my honest personality. My honest personality is I'm an introvert person just talking to you guys. I don't like many people, just my friends and Mowgli and my art and books. That's me. For Misty and Josie, I must say to everyone who is listening and or watching, either today for the first time, or maybe you have been following them for a long time, why I am very much in love with this brand is Misty and Josie are authentic, 2000% genuine brand. When they started off, like decided we want to make a podcast, how would that go? We all said, yes, yes, let's go. We all were busy, but we all have noticed every Sunday night, Misty Josie were going live. Some days, maybe someone was not feeling better. The other person, hey, do I do this alone? Can any of you join me? And most of the times, the person came in is our godmother, Chibaria. Yes, I'll join. When we say it seems effortless, oh, they're just doing Facebook Live. Well, someone is doing. No, it is a very hard work keeping up every Sunday. Like this is a commitment like marriage. Sometimes you don't feel like, sometimes it seems like, I'd rather be alone. You must keep up or being single. Like sometimes I feel like, I should have a family. But it's not like just because I feel like I must be committed 2000% to myself and keep up my lifestyle and my ethics. That is what I value most. And that's why when I put out and I encode all those in visuals, you all love it so much. And yeah, our clients, I am so grateful that I can finally understand their essence. It took me 15 years though. Don't think it happened overnight. 15 years trial and error, massive failures, I would say serious feedbacks, all went through behind the scene. And today here, where I can say that I strive to understand the essence of that person. That's why the branding comes out accurately and people can notice, people know who this is. And for me, branding is the core personality of a business. I consider this as a person. No matter how many people are in the company, that is for me. And branding has visuals and audible messages and activities, everything. For me, authenticity is the ground. What do you say? Like the base ground.
The
What do you
foundation,
say?
the
The
basis.
foundation. Thank you. Yes, that is the foundation. That's how I define branding. But I would love to hear your thoughts too. Like when your brand, you have formed this beautiful stage, this beautiful home where people come and they can share and you share their stories. How would you define your brand and why are you here today? From there, why didn't you just give up or leave one Sunday? Why didn't you?
Oh, Miss, do you want to go first or should I?
Go for it.
Oh my God,
Oh,
great
he says
question.
happy birthday.
Yeah. Ah,
Mowgli. Hi,
we love you.
Mowgli. Oh, love you, Mowgli.
Yes. Oh, little baby.
Oh, so precious.
I love him so much. Look at his little foot. Ah!
I know, it makes you just want to go and cuddle him. It's my turn. Pass him over here.
Ah. Really great question though. And first of all, I want to say thank you for that. Like that was so it helped me understand branding on a deeper level as well. Like I see you talk about it all the time and I'm always like, wow, it's so cool. But like to hear you the way you see it and the way how you make the branding and why you do certain things is really, really cool. And I can attest to that. Like Shashmita takes so much detail. When she was making our thing, it was all like, well, you guys, this is your guys' personality, so I'm going to do it like this, and this is the theme of the podcast, so I'll include this. And I was like, whoa,
That's also our messenger thing.
yeah, exactly. Everything's green. So, but like so much goes into it, and this is also why I think you need an expert in certain areas to help you out. So if you guys are wanting branding for your companies, it's so important. Like it does make a difference. Message us, reach out to Shashmita, and she can do something for you. To answer your question though, about like the not giving up and the keeping going, like you said, not always easy. It's not always easy. And when we first started this, it's actually like we started because I mean, from what I can remember, we thought we weren't really contributing enough into the team. Like we had all the salespeople doing all the sales because we were setters, but we weren't closers yet. And then everyone was doing so much, and we were like, what can we do like to add more, to contribute more? Like, let's go live and let's share our value. We're learning so much with our mentors, and that's how it started. And there's definitely times where we've thought, oh, like I don't want to do it this week, or like, what do we talk about? Should we even do it? Like, oh, I don't know. But I'm so glad that we carried on. I'm so glad that even when no one was watching, when no one was commenting, no one was liking our things, we carried on. Like we were doing it for us at first. And I think that's really important. You need to be doing it for you. Do it for other people, yeah, but you need to enjoy it. It's like, so I teach Zumba and a couple other classes, and I was talking to an instructor the other day, and she was like, if you don't enjoy your class, no one else is going to. So if you don't enjoy what you're doing, your business, your podcast, whatever you're talking about, other people are going to feel that. They're not going to enjoy it either. So I think that's really important. You need to do what you love, and don't give up, because we wouldn't be here right now if we did give up. And yeah, a big thank you again to Shashmita for making our visions come to life. Like I could never have envisioned everything we do online, but it's at the same time, it's exactly what I wanted as well. So huge shout out to you. Um, yeah, that's me, Misty.
Yeah, I completely agree with all of that. It has been really pretty difficult at times. You get discouraged. You sit there and think, I just don't want to do this. I can do it later. You try to put everything off. But when you do it and we come on here, we go live or we're recording these, I don't know about you, but afterwards I feel so much more empowered and much more energy and motivated. And I'm like, man, I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, you're right. At the beginning, we were doing it for ourselves because we were thinking, okay, what can we contribute more to the company? How can we stand out and contribute and feel like we're pulling our weight? And we're thinking, okay, we're learning all this stuff. What can we do with it now? I mean, yes, we can implement it and put it into the business and do the sales and stuff like that. And that's what we did. However, we wanted to do something more with it. It's like it wasn't enough. So we're thinking, okay, so let's go live and teach the FLC students what we're learning. And then that just solidifies it for us and we can learn it more and be able to be stronger at it. So let's give what we're learning to them. And to be honest, I don't think we've gone in depth in what we're learning. I think it's we could do that and probably should go a little bit more that way. But I think we haven't, just because of the fact that there's a line there. We don't want to step on anybody else's toes, but we want to give you enough information that you are learning something and growing. But I think for me, I wanted to, and it's going to sound a little selfish, but I do want to stand out. I've been so invisible most of my life. I want to stand out and I want to show people that, hey, not only am I here, I'm different and I'm me. I'm finally able to be my authentic self and I'm embracing that. And I'm not letting anybody take it from me. Let me show you what I can do. So it's like, for me, that's partly why I'm here. And I'm even got for this podcast, Josie and I have a ton of different ideas on what to do with it. And I think we've been holding off and I'm ready to take a step forward. I do have something else in the works first. Like I've got to get my FLC stronger first. And then we're going to move into this and really knock it out of the park. We're going to take it so big that even Shushmita's parents on their planet can watch.
Yeah, I agree.
Then we can go planet to planet tour and do different podcasts on different planets.
Oh my God, Misty, write that down. Write that down. Okay. I also wanted to really quickly mention, and thank you, Shashmita, for asking this question, because this is a message I wanted to get out. Sometimes you just have to do it. You just have to start. There's been quite a few times where Misty and I, we're like, okay, we tend to film on Fridays, which is Friday today, yay. There's been a few times where we've jumped on, we're like, so what are we talking about? What are we filming today? I don't know. Do you know? No? Okay, let's just start. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys. And we just do it. And then something good comes out of it. We're like, that was actually kind of good. So sometimes, and this isn't just if you're creating a YouTube channel or whatever, it's whatever you're doing in life. If you don't know how to start it, but you know you need to get it done, just do it. You're not going to know till you start. And we've said this before. So just start. And I think Shashmita, you can probably relate to that too. Like how it must be difficult for you to also be responsible for so many people's brands and everything like this. So how do you deal with that? Is it pressure, like, or are you just used to it now? You're like,
it is support for me. It is support. I have been working in this arena, branding, advertising, before FLC since 2008. So that is how many years? 15 years? Yeah. So nowhere ever I have seen this supportive environment. Never ever I haven't seen. So for me, how I do so good is supportive. Rajesh and Chibaria, at the beginning, when the agency, FLC agency started, they had taken up most of the responsibilities. Like they just gave me details and I just did the work and sent it to them, and that was it. With time, we have been expanding, and so many people's lives started to change, and the agency started serving so much. And also, we are trained by Cardone University. And how much responsibility do we need to take for ourselves only, not even for the team? My eyes started opening and my mind started opening when I said, this is not enough. I must do more for myself, for FLC, and for people out there. I think the opposite is selfish. Not doing what you want is selfish. You not growing is selfish. You are too selfish to explore yourself, too committed to your comfort zone and to your, how do I say, the worries, the stress, the pressure in your head. You are so committed to them that you don't even give yourself the chance to take one step more, take one step outside of your known. The magic you, each of you, hold inside, if you are not even considering to do something to bring it out, you are being selfish, you are being unjust to yourselves, let alone the rest of the world. So that's when I started taking up more responsibilities. And of course, our godmother, Chibaria, she was keeping full watch, and she was supervising at the beginning. And eventually, I started taking up more and I started talking to the clients and understanding them. And even today, it's much, much different than last year when I started. I used to ask some precise questions, get answers, okay. And then the work was like that, very good, because Shibaria supervises. The final output was very good, but from my end, it was, okay, I did this answer, this answer, this answer. Yeah. As I was going, as Shibaria was supervising and revising, and as the clients were revising, I realized that these 5 like bullet point questions are not enough. I need to ask more. I need to understand more of that person, because it's not about me, the brand. It's not about me. It's about them, their customers. My job is to build the bridge. And that goes for, of course, a Hangout podcast. Like, no matter how much I am attached and how possessive I am, it's not about me. It's about you two. The effort you put in for, I think, 2 years, and your audience who will be listening. I will just be in the background and sometimes I will appear in person. But how can I build the bridge where they know who you are just by looking at the brand, just by understanding the vibe and essence? Why would they decide? And that's when, of course, my personal attachment to you is what made it better. But as I started asking more questions, understanding more, looking through all possible documents, and that's how I started where I am today. It all started when I decided that this is not enough. I need to do more. And that's how it all came up to this. And I would say one thing to the audience: we already practice on a daily basis, but the audience who are listening or watching, who are following, know one thing that you need to master. Like Misty and Josie, they have mastered this, that they will talk about something. They mastered this consistency, this persistence, that every Sunday or every whatever day the show comes out, the show must go on. This is a mastery. Like some days, not even having an idea, hey, what are we going to talk about? But something comes out. This is a mastery. Day after day, weeks after weeks, months after months, being vulnerable, taking that risk of, okay, it's going to be very bad, but let's do this anyway. That risk, it takes mastery. Courage is like a muscle you need to practice, you need to work out. That's for me too, and for everyone. Focus on one thing that you want to master. either it be talking to people, a YouTube channel, or whatever. Focus on one thing. But let me tell you, one thing alone cannot get you 100% wholesome goal achievement. Because like our body, I want to make my eyesight better. It doesn't work like I don't care, I eat junk food, just vitamin A for my eyes. It doesn't work like that. Your entire system needs to be healthy. The whole nervous system, your brain, when they are in full harmony, your eyesight will get better, your hearing will get better, your skin and everything gets better altogether. The same goes for any other skill. If you want to master branding, like for me, because I started in design, art was a part of the training, though I studied economics, but yeah, I started to learn art first. And then I went into design. I had to read books to understand how to form a visual story. Then I went into copywriting. Then I went into screenwriting. Now everything is combined. I cannot separate. Like if you want, tell me to separate the text from the design, and so that's not possible because everything is all together. Then I want to, like, branding is the love of my life. So is art. So is writing. And wherever you are starting from, wherever you are right now, know that you need to target one thing. And when you are fully committed to that one thing, others will show up. Other skills, other opportunities will show up. And as you keep going, you will know how much to add, how much to deduct. Like there are movie making, everything comes with screenwriting. I don't involve in that because my focus is in the visual brand identity building. That's my focus. So that's a personal decision you make as you go. But in this team, like here said, I want to say every name, they all start somewhere and they all have their different expertise. And then they develop. We all must practice if you are in DCA, like Deal Closing Academy, script practicing. There is no way out. Even if we are not closers, there is no way out. So that's one thing, your decision. But as Josie said, you must have a supporting system. I don't mean that must be your family. You may have different priorities in your family that may not be your school friend or college friends or your current colleagues. But you must pick some circle where your core desire will be nourished. And from there, you move on and you decide how you want to, like, then you become fluid, like you keep going and you keep learning. That supporting system, when you will grow automatically without even trying. And trust me, that's FLC. But I would mention one thing that my design, the 15 years was not all failure. Like I trained, of course, but let's say in some office, I find a colleague who is, uh, how do I say, surprisingly genius in creating different styles just by thought alone. So I just watch them working in the office and I start developing ideas myself. This is contagious. Ideas are contagious. Your energy is contagious. Creativity is contagious. Any skill, if you surround yourself with them, it's contagious. You must get better. There is no way out. And we are the proof that there is no way out. You will get better.
Mm-hmm. So true. So true. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say that's so awesome. It's like, wow.
Yeah. No, I felt like I was just watching there. I was like, whoa. But I had so many aha moments. I should start writing things down because I had so many things I wanted to say. And now I can't remember. So note to self, start writing things down. But what you said is so true about like getting better, and especially what you said about it's not for you, it's for the other person. Like you said in branding, it's about who they are. And it's the same in sales. Like you're not trying to sell for you. Like, yes, okay, you get commission, woohoo. But the reason that we want to reach as many people as well with this hangout, or the reason we want to sell to people is because we know that we can help them. So it's for them. It's not for you. And when I started looking at it like that, it changed the game. It changed how I showed up on calls. I was less nervous, like, oh my God, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? It's not about me. It's about them. What are they saying? So that I love that. And as well, like you said, you've been doing this for years and you've picked up the skills across the years. And now you're like so cool. You're just so cool, Shushmita. I love you. But it's like that for everything. You're not going to be amazing at something straight away. Maybe you are. Maybe that's just your thing. But like with sales, like Shushmita calls us sales monsters, which I appreciate so much. She's so kind. But like you should have seen me, at least like at first. I could not pick up that damn phone. Like, hello, this is Josie. This was me. And now, like, if you told me I'd be speaking and I'd be filming every week and I'd be doing actual demos, not even just the calls, I would have laughed in your face. But it's the process of getting there. You don't just jump from starting to being really good. You have to stick it out. And I think I can speak for probably everyone on the team because we speak about this a lot. Is you're going to go through multiple aha moments when you realize I can be doing more. I should be doing more. Like you said, Shushmita, you had these moments where like, no, this isn't enough. I need to do more. I've definitely had that. I know I'm going to speak for you as well, Misty, and I know everyone has had that where you're like, oh my God, I need to be doing more. Like this isn't enough. But this is a good sign because it means that you're growing. If you start out and you just stay at one level, you don't think, oh, I could be doing more. You're going to think, no, this is all I can do. So I think it comes back to being consistent and just doing the things. And like you said, surround yourself with people that also are doing it and know their stuff, know their stuff. Because it's a process. And how am I trying to say this? It takes time to get to where you are, and I'm definitely not where I want to be, but I'm much further than when I started. So you just need to stick at it. You're going to one day realize you're going to look back and think, whoa, how do I know all this? It's because you stuck at it. And like I know a little bit about branding. I know a little bit about marketing. I know a bit more about sales. I know a little bit about speaking and teaching and just from watching everyone else in the team. So just surround yourself with good people, keep at it. Know that you can do more, realize you can always do better. There's always more that you can do, but this is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not scary. It should excite you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm completely blank, guys. I'm so overwhelmed.
Okay, can I add one thing to what Josie said? I want to add
Yeah.
one thing.
Please.
That is, I will be biased now. I will just talk about my favorite two qualities in people. One is taking giant risks, like insane, are you crazy? That level of risk. Second is failing. If you do this too enough, you will be immune. And God knows how massive failures I have in my basket. And now I'll fail again. And the giant risk, I know Misty quit her job when she decided, you know what, I'm done. Josie, even more like you are young and you dropped out because you know what, I am not following the path. I just decide now, that's it. I think like in our country, I am in Bangladesh. This would be enough to abandon you from everything. Like, are you insane? And we understand as much as not as much as I understand, it may not be exactly like Bangladesh, but everywhere there are some followed paths. There are some defined structures that everyone wants to follow. And you too, even me, like after in 2020 lockdown, I just said, you know what, I'm done. I cannot go through this before lockdown. Back then I was in FLC already. I had a full-time job and I was doing various trainings. It was exhausting, but at that time I was so done. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Whatever happens will happen. I just want to follow this path. And we don't know what will happen tomorrow. Maybe we will expand more, or maybe some of us will have different path, but it's all worth it. My hero are those people who can take giant, insane, out of the mind risks, decisions, and who dare to fail. If you fail enough times, you will be immune to all earthly traditions, decorums, followers, and whatever you say. And yeah, I want to add this too. Whoever you are right now watching, these two ladies, if you keep watching, you will see every guests, every members of this team have something that make them decide that I'm done. I am not going through that anymore. I am doing this. And I don't care if it works or not. I am following this. So you need to decide. That would take the soul out of you because it's so scary and risky to take a leap where I don't know where I would go. And the second is be prepared to fail and not just, it's not working. This hall didn't work. This time the design didn't work. I'm done. No, go all in. 100% of your heart and soul put in. Even then you can fail in one attempt. Failure is not a status, permanent status. And there is nothing to stop you. Like failure is a made up word, but it's just one attempt not working or certain group of attempts not working. It is just showing you that find something different, do something differently, maybe. So, yeah, be prepared. It's not the end of the world failure. I lost all my money, even my health, everything. And I wanted to die every day. I went to the doctor. I prayed, like, please stop my treatment. Let me die. From there, I decided that maybe there's more to life. And here I am. So I don't wish that for anyone. Please know, I never wish ill, but I do know from time to time, any human being with soul can experience that pain. Like if I could stop everything, if it didn't happen, just know this pain is meant for you to make you stronger. And you are my hero if you are going through this, if you have gone through this. In future, whenever you face that challenge where you don't know, you are scared, you are my hero and reach out to these ladies, to me, whoever you trust, just reach out. You will be surprised what the world has to offer. And I am telling this from that dire failure. I am telling you this. That people I didn't expect, I didn't know existed. Just one day they said, hey, I need help. And you could help me. That's how it all started. So you haven't seen the whole world. You haven't met all the people. And forget even about the unknown things you don't know. The existing world has miracles for you. Give yourself that chance. You are allowed to fail you in an attempt. You are allowed to make some mistakes. As Maya Angelou said, make glorious, amazing mistakes. Someday in a podcast, you will share your story. That's really good.
Oh, I
We'll
love
get you
that.
on stage, Shishmita. We'll get you on stage so you can share your story.
Yeah,
I
I
think
can only talk when it's you two ladies. You know, I'm not a closer now, so I will let you ideate how that went.
we'll
I can
just
only talk to.
what we'll do is we'll get you out on stage and have you telling your story.
Oh
But it'll
my,
just be Josie and I. You'll only be able to see Josie and I. You won't see everybody else.
oh, like the unknown part of the world. Oh,
I think
thank you.
I think that what you're saying is true. Sometimes you have to take that really big, crazy risk in order to get where you want to go and get that big gain that you're looking for. And I think coming at it from an authentic place of knowing, okay, what I'm doing right now is not aligning. I'm not happy. I'm not feeling fulfilled. I got to make a change. This other thing, I really love it. I just feel like aligned with it. I need to do it. And that's where I was at. In my job, I was like, I'm not happy here. This is it's draining me. It's just taking my life force and I'm dying here. I need to change. So when I quit, I was like, I know this is where I'm meant to be. I even had a few people lately ask me, "Are you sure that FLC is still meant for you? Maybe you need to get out of it." I'm like, "No, I'm going through hard times, at times like everybody else does. Even in FLC, I go through hard times. But you know what? I know that's where I'm meant to be. I know that's what I want, and I'm here till death. I'm here. I'm a lifer." That's just where
Misty,
I'm
even
at.
I was happy when you quit your job. I'm like, oh, thank God. Like every day you were working and then you were attending the team meeting and the trainings. We could all see like you are trying. I would say like it's not level best, it's level
Mhm.
worst. Like you were drained. And every day your work experience when you shared, I was like, oh my God, Misty, get out, get out. And one day you
Yeah.
decided, oh thank God. This is the world
Yeah.
is a better place today. That's how I
Yeah.
felt. And
Well,
the same when Josie announced, like, yeah, my semester ends and I'm done. I'm like, oh yay, that's more
I
of
know.
us.
I was like, Josie, dropping out of uni looks so good on you. It's like it does look so nice.
Yeah,
But here's a disclaimer. Let's make a disclaimer. We are not asking you to quit your job. And students, we are not asking you to drop out. It's just us sharing stories about things that were not working for us, and we decided to stop that.
mm,
Please don't take it as an advice. Don't quit your job and or stop your education. Don't do that.
not what we're saying. We did it. We love it, but um, I wanted to actually touch on that as well. Like listening to you guys speak just then made me kind of emotional. Because what I want to tell anyone watching and or listening is because I used to, and I still do, I still catch myself doing it. Look to these people, like for example, Grant Cardone's team that are doing all these like sales, they're there, they're busy, or like YouTubers that are putting out content and like, lots of followers. I used to look at them and be like, wow, like they're so they're just so good every day and they just do it every day and they're happy every day. And I know that people might look at our team and think that too, because these videos I've been posting of us doing like these short little closes on the team meeting. I've been getting comments like, wow, like you're so confident, you're so smooth with it, you're like this. I've been getting messages with like all these compliments and I really appreciate it. But I want people to know as well that it it's not always perfect. Like the amount of times I have failed, I have really messed up on the team meetings or in actual calls as well, or practicing role playing with Grant Cardone's team on the sales rally. Like the amount of times I have, like it's been so bad is crazy. And it still sometimes is. It's still sometimes I forget everything. So I want people to know that we all go through challenges every day and it might look like, oh, like Shashmita's doing all this branding and she's so happy, Misty's like out here doing the podcast, doing sales, filming content, me, like the whole team, we are going through challenges. I go through self-doubt most days I doubt myself on whether I can actually, am I good at sales or should I do this? Or I've never thought it's never crossed my mind to quit the team, but it has crossed my mind that sometimes maybe I'm not good enough to be here. So I want people to know that honestly, that I still get that. Everyone still gets that. And I'll never, ever, ever forget when I decided to drop out, like Shashmita's support her in the chat, like, yeah, Josie, let's go. Misty saying that dropping out looks so good at me. That's a quote. She was like, Josie, like not being at uni looks so good at you. Also, Seb, like I was about a month out of uni, and we're on a call, and he was like, Josie, you look so happy. And it just yeah, I'll never forget all of that. So what we are trying to say here is do take risks, fail. Like life is too short to play it safe all the time. You're never going to get anywhere by playing it safe. So take risks, fail fast, fail forward, fail often. If you are going through self-doubt and you're feeling like you can't do something, so am I. Like, but just keep going. Like everyone gets it. The top of the top probably still get it. That self-doubt. So yeah, thank you guys for bringing that up. It made me like, I was like, oh.
Well, when you
Again,
quit,
I want. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Mr. Hugo.
oh, go ahead. I was just going to say, when you quit uni, it's like a light had switched on and you had this glow and you could automatically see the happiness and the relief that like, I don't have to do this anymore. And that's what we're trying to get across to you guys is we're not saying you have to quit or do something right now. If you're aligned with your job and you really love that, that's absolutely amazing. Keep going. But if you're not feeling that this is for you and you're really struggling and you're really hating it, okay, then you need to reevaluate what you're doing and find what your passion is and what you love doing. And when you find that and you feel that the time is right, that's when you take that risk and you stop the other thing and you do what you're aligned with. And you're going to look and see how much better and how much more you're going to feel, relieved and less stressed and happy and like I'm finally doing what I love doing. Like even with FLC, I'm sorry, I do not like sales. I don't. I sell all the time and I get that. So I'm learning to become best friends with sales. But in FLC, I found my niche. I found what I'm good at. I found what I want to do. But in order to get to that, I've got to continue growing with what I'm doing because there's lessons here I've got to learn. So I've got to continue growing here. And when the time is right, then I can transition over. So that may be for you as well. So if you're doing something you really don't like doing, okay, fantastic. Let's learn the lessons we have to learn in that, and then find for that wait, and I don't want to say wait, but find that moment when you can transition into what you love doing and take that risk and jump over to that. Because you're never going to know if something's going to work unless you start it. Unless you fail. You have to fail. Like Josie said, fail to fail forward, because you have to fail in order to learn the lessons you need to move forward to the next step. So yeah, just keep going.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is branding. When your very authentic personality comes out, and then our job, the expert's own job, our job is to encode all those in visuals and then through message to put out to your audience. And this is branding. And yeah, what you two said was perfect. This is not just for what we are doing. Again, I'm putting a disclaimer. This is so scary. Like, we are not asking you to quit your job, stop your education, dropping out. We are not asking. What we are saying is decide what you love, what you don't love, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. If you are very academic, you love reading, you love the tests, you love assignments, go for it. But if you are an academic, but you don't love this subject, you don't like this class, this mentor, or this teacher, switch to another one. Yes, there will be troubles. Your parents will ask questions. The class may not like it. How are you going to make new friends? Yes, it's a combined, it's a combo pack. It doesn't come alone. Like everything will stay the same, just this person out. It doesn't work like that. If you are in a relationship, a very toxic one, every day you are drained, you want to like end this. Yes, you will be lonely for a while. Yes, some common friends may not be there. if you are working together, oh my God, the office will be awkward. Yes, it's part of the process. It's a combo pack. But are you done enough to take that risk? Or do you want to keep dragging like, I'm not ready yet? You see, that's where you are not doing justice to yourself. No human deserves, no living thing deserves one day, one moment of disrespect, one moment of doing something that is not rewarded or acknowledged. No one, no living being. So, are you doing justice to yourself? Then you decide if you are stuck to a horrible job like Misty and I were, but you cannot quit. Of course, maybe there are financial reasons or some other reasons that right now you cannot quit. I know this is like impossible to be happy in that situation, but find some, pick some things that you need. Maybe that's an alliance, like you need some networking, some any other department. You just need references someday. You may need a letter of recommendation. The work process, just notice what are the things you need in your future life and keep going with it and be thrifty. If you are stuck in a very horrible job but you need the money, be thrifty for a few months. Like if you live on $200, try to bring it back to $100. Like cut your own hair, eat homemade, don't buy it out, and cut back on TV or channels. I don't know, however you are living your life. Only then you will have enough resource to quit this job and move to another. So these are some things you need to be planning. If you are in a relationship where you need to be there for the family, you need to find some way, seek some support where your situation gets a bit easier for you and your family. So make informed decision. Everything comes with challenges. Nothing like I decided one day I am done. I came to FLC and oh my God, I'm an expert. No, there were days where I didn't know what to do, and there was nothing in my account. But I had two choices: keep going and focus on in this time, there should be money in my account, what I need to do, or go back to that job where, oh my God, there's not enough money to keep me there. That was where we make the decision. And I believe the same goes for Misty some days where things are getting very difficult. What do we do? Do I keep going or do I go back? That is the decision you make. Not what we are stating is our current position and our experience, our personal experience. As associate this with the experience you are having. Don't do the work because we said that's yeah. And yeah, if you want to drop out, if you hate your education, which many are, the system is very exhausting. If you want to do that, decide what you are going to do next. How are you going to um, support with your family and how you are going to communicate with your family, getting to work, whatever you want. There will be challenges. If you love the academic, if you are an academic person and you love reading, writing, learning through academic process, our heart goes to you. We love you, but decide what is working for you and what is not. And then you start transitioning. I hope that makes sense. I said a lot. I don't know if this makes sense as much as did in my head. That's my biggest challenge. So
Me too, don't worry. It did make sense.
Yeah, you made sense. Completely made sense. It's mind-blowing how when you finally make that decision, the relief you feel and the happiness, and then you're like, okay, this wasn't for just nothing. I've learned stuff. I can now do what I want to do, and I'm happier and move on. So it is at that time where we need to start wrapping up. Unfortunately, because we're having so much fun and we love having you here, Shushmita. We just love you so much. So that being said, is there anything you guys would like to say as last thoughts before we completely wrap up and end? Any
You
more
want to go?
goals you want to drop?
Go,
Go
Shashi.
for it.
if you want to know about authentic personality, authentic branding, persistence, like things don't work, but you must go keep going, follow these two ladies. They are my inspiration and I am their fan. If you see how much I have talked, know that this only happens in this podcast. Even on my page, you will see I don't talk much. So they bring out my inner speech. Learn about this, follow them.
Oh, thank you. Your inner speech is beautiful and beautiful, everything beautifully said. So thank you so much. This this podcast was so good, so deep. I think, oh, what else is there to say? Just be okay with failure. Be okay with not getting things right the first time. Be okay with things taking longer than you might have thought they would take. Because that's life, and usually the way you plan things out isn't the way it happens. It happens more actually in your favor. The way it actually happens is in your favor, more growth. And something else I wanted to say, because I've felt this a lot as well, is the things that you're avoiding doing right now, the things you're reading, the things you're avoiding doing right now, people you're avoiding talking to, it's weighing so much heavier than not doing it than if you just did it. You're wanting to start a business, you're wanting to start a channel, you're wanting to close a deal. It's weighing on you so much more to avoid it, to avoid failing, avoid doing something wrong, than it is to just do it. So do the things, do the doings, be okay to fail, fail fast, forward often. And yes, reach out to us if you have any questions or need any other advice or help. That's me. I'm complete.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I seriously think you guys need to check out Sushmita. Ask her questions. She may not talk much on her platform, on her accounts, but if you ask her questions, she's going to answer you. She's phenomenal. And you guys seriously need to follow her, check out her stuff. And I totally agree with all of you guys, with everything you guys have said. And because I'm so tired and so amazingly overwhelmed, I can't remember what else I wanted to say. So I'm going to leave it at that. Besides the fact, Josie, happy anniversary for the Hangout. I am so
Happy
excited.
anniversary!
Yay! Shushmita, thank you so much.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, FLC Hangout Podcast. I'm your huge fan. Happy birthday to you. On behalf of the entire team, the entire world, my planet, my cousins.
Thank
I want
you
to say happy birthday to you because it's your branding.
Yeah. Thank
Your
you for
branding.
being such a big part of it. Thank you, Chabari, as well, if you're watching. So yeah, couldn't have done it without both of you as well. So
Absolutely.
happy birthday!
Thank you guys so much for joining us this time. We hope you guys have enjoyed our conversation. If you have any comments, questions, please put them in the comment section below. We will answer. We love reading everything you have to say. Keep learning. Welcome to the FLC family. We're your family for life. Please like, share, and comment. Like I said, share this with everybody that you can think of, because we want to help everybody reach a freedom lifestyle, because everybody deserves to be free. We also would like you to hit the notification bell so you can always be notified when the next episode's out, and be able to watch that as well, because sometimes Josie and I don't know what to talk about, but sometimes those are the most impactful episodes you're going to find. So be sure to hit that notification bell, share with everybody, and we'll catch you guys next Sunday on the next episode. Have a nice weekend, or empowering week. Right? Bye. Ah.